Hey there, this is the one Boom, and I was really happy to see that me and my friends were not alone when it came to the Series X or PS5 versions of the game being kind of stuttery and choppy and not working very well. So with Black Ops 7, it has a weird performance issue combined with a server issue, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I fixed it because now the game is running much smoother for me. It takes a little bit of sacrifice, but it is worth doing. So I'm going to hop right into it. So I'm going to swap over to my Elgato here so we can actually see what's going on. So we're going to, the first step on Xbox at least, is you're going to go in here and you're going to go to your save data and you're going to delete this reserved space and then restart the game. Now, everything I've read about if your game has performance issues is due to a hard restart of your console where you hold the power button for 10 seconds, let it all the way power off, then you unplug it and you press the power button over and over again to drain the capacitor. Um, that is a good fix for most things, but it wasn't a permanent fix. Like my first match after doing that would be okay, but then things got really bad. So usually when it comes to tech stuff, when it starts really good and then gets worse over time, you either have like a memory leak issue or you have a issue of a cache filling up. That's my general experience with games, and it's my general experience with playing the latest CODs with the crappy texture streaming settings. So let me show you exactly what settings to fix this. So you go over here to quality. Now you don't just set this to minimal and leave it. Make your texture cache size large. Make it large. Give it a lot of room. You might need to delete some stuff off your drive. I don't care. Give it a large cache size. Like basically you're giving it a large partition to make a cache. But then only set it to minimal so it downloads essential texture data. So then you just leave it like that. Don't worry about the daily download limit. It'll be disabled anyway because the on-demand texture streaming is set to minimal. So that's not even going to work. This is what fixes it. It was the only setting I didn't play with in Black Ops 6. It was the only setting I have not messed with. This fixes the issue. So this is the low consumption eco mode. It says optimize a set of settings, value further. What a horrible way this is worded. Optimize a set of settings, value further to minimize energy consumptions, heating and potential wear and tear on your console while browsing menus. Anyway, the menus are sort of the issue. From what I can tell, these menus with these animations, when you have this setting set to off, you get these 120 hertz smooth 4K like graphics. Like it's beautiful, right? Oh wow, look at this weapon and look at how pretty this looks, and so cool, right? It's actually what's causing the issue. Whatever the glitch is with the memory leaking or the texture cache filling up too much starts in these menus. The game trying to run all of this UI at your target frame rate and run all of these models, because these are all rendered models. These aren't images. These are models. Like it's kind of it sounds pretty basic to say, but like this isn't like a picture. This is a 3D model rendered in the game. And this engine uses really high res models. So we want it to use low res versions of them at lower frame rates. And I think this is doing a couple things. I think on the one hand, it's an issue with the consoles getting hot while you're playing the game, especially at 120 hertz. Consoles get hot, and then when you go out to the menus, it's still loading, 4K assets and models and running everything at that high frame rate, and it doesn't get a chance to calm down, which leads to some thermal throttling, especially over longer play sessions. Then I think whatever textures and stuff are being used in this menu are being cached really heavy, and then it has to replace them when you hop into a game, and that's where the stuttering and the lag comes in. Is I think it's basically pushing those textures out of the cache and putting like the new in-game textures and trying to do all of this while playing the game is what's causing the performance issues and the hitching and the lagging. And my other theory is that just having these menus open in gameplay, like, hurts the gameplay experience. So we hop over here into a private match, and when I was first doing aim training on just private match on the Forge, I was getting frame rate issues, even just standing here with like no bots around me. It was lagging. It was just straight up lagging, and you'd run around and it would skip a little bit. And there's still definitely some performance issues. There's definitely a streaming issue with the textures that needs to be fixed. Like, this is a band-aid to make it run better, but it still needs a fix for sure. But with low consumption on, for some reason, so like, first of all, when you pause with low consumption, it pauses the whole game and then reloads the textures and everything when you do this. See, you see how like everything's flashing when I do that? Now, if you don't have that setting on, if you're playing on normal and you pause, you have all of these like HD, like, or I guess like 4K, 120 hertz like menus and stuff that you can go through, and all these models and stuff they're loading in. Because I also do believe that these pictures, on when you go to like your create a class here, like, I think that some of these are actual like models being shown here. I'm not sure about that, but it's like all of these are models. And if you're playing on with the normal power setting, see right there, I don't know if you saw that, my game just hitched right there, turning that off. I can replay that here with my editing software. But like, it starts to actually hitch like when you're playing around. Like, it maybe isn't totally noticeable with YouTube compression trying to make the video look 60 FPS, but this is like a little wrong. It's kind of input laggy and not great. And I know a lot of you guys have been experiencing that. I've read the Reddit posts. I've read the Reddit posts. And switching to low consumption, like, it's night and day for me. Like, the input lag is like non-existent. So there's something, like, obviously you get some weird texture issues and some weird graphics issues playing with this. Like, this kind of proves my point. I'm actually, wow, okay, I have not seen this before, but this totally fucking proves my point that there's some issue with the menus. This is amazing to capture live. I have not seen that issue on this map when testing this before recording. But clearly, there's something going on with the texture streaming, because it says that this doesn't affect gameplay. It specifically says this has no impact on performance and visual quality while in gameplay. But look, I turn it off. I change it, and it starts affecting the game. I don't know what's going on here. This is a very weird bug. But even though changing the setting to low consumption will give you laggier menus and maybe an uglier game, it's worth it for response time and fluidity. Like, this game is competitive. This game is fast-paced. I don't care if my menus aren't pretty. I need fast response times. I need the game to know what it's doing. I don't care if it looks a little ugly while it does it. And while there's still occasional texture streaming issues and occasional little hitches, it is miles better with these settings, so I highly recommend it. If you guys get any benefit from this, please leave a like. Please share this with your friends. Treyarch, you gotta fix this. Come on, guys. We've been on this engine for a while. This issue also persisted in Black Ops 6, so hopefully this can get fixed before I lose my mind and kill myself. Anyway, thank you guys so much, and goodbye.